Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today I am back on World of Warships Legends and I am going to be taking a look at my list of my top 10, in my opinion of course, sexiest ships. There are a lot of ships, and to narrow down what I think are the best looking ones is kind of hard. It's honestly hard to do all of these top 5 and 10 lists because of how hard it is to just narrow everything down. And it's kind of funny when I get some absolute gubernatorial nerds that come into my channel and are like, "You're wrong. You're horrible." And they go in the fucking comments and they keyboard warrior and shit like there's some fucking smarty pants. I'm like, dude, it's a video about my opinions. Like, give it a fucking rest. There's 600 something, 700 ships in the game. I don't know how you expect me to narrow it down. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't be that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You can leave your opinion like, hey, I like this ship. I think this ship looks that way. I like how this ship performs, but don't be an asshole.
This is fucking bullshit. Okay? These fucking assholes, these fucking assholes! The fuck is their problem, man? This is fucking typical bullshit!
If there's anything in this world you're gonna be, don't be a dickhead. It's pretty simple. But you know, in all seriousness, let's get back into the topic of today's video, and that is the top 10 sexiest ships, in my opinion, of course.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
So starting off this list with number 10, the Richelieu. I know some of you guys are probably like, what? A Frenchie? Well, I gotta give, maybe not everybody, but I gotta give everybody some love. And I actually do quite like the look of the Richelieu. Now that I'm here, honestly, it's like tied with like Flandre too. I like the look of these higher tier Frenchies. Flandre is honestly probably better looking. I do really like the look of Flandre. But I said Richelieu, so we're going to stick with it. I think we're going to tie Richelieu and Flandre. They are just really good-looking ships, and at least the Richelieu did exist in real life, even though it was a port princess most of the time. I think we actually ended up bombing the fuck out of it, or something like that. I know Massachusetts was... no, it shot the John Bart, if I recall. It fucking hit the John Bart quite a few times. But yeah, Richelieu, it's a good-looking boat, man. It's perfectly symmetrical. Everything looks nice. The guns are placed in a beautiful spot. There's no weird square parts like you find on some British battleships. It's just a good looking ship. It's really well put together. I mean, there's really not a lot that needs to be said. And one thing I like about it too is not enough people talk about the wooden deck. I do like some wooden deck action. It looks nice, man. It's got some steel plating there, of course, and it's got the wood there. Obviously, in real life, there was steel underneath the wood. They weren't stupid. A wooden deck is really not a wooden deck, if you know what I mean. There's actually steel underneath that. But it looks really nice. It's just a sexy-ass looking ship. And then all of the guns on the back, man. Oh, Richelieu, it looks beautiful. And so does John Bart. John Bart's the other Richelieu, basically. But it's beautiful. It's a very good looking ship. Honestly, like I said a second ago, same thing goes with these other Frenchies. I think French battleships look really good. They do. They just look really sexy. These higher tier ones, these tier 7s and up, they just look really good and put together. They just look great. But yeah, Richelieu, it's my number 10 pick just to start this list off. They just look beautiful, man. Look at that frontal profile. I mean, that is beautiful, man.
Damn, girl, what you saying? What you saying, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Jeez.
France did a great job designing this thing, even though it might have never been really used. It was just, like I said, it was a port princess. It really didn't do much else outside of port. But it's a good-looking boat, man. So, yeah, Richelieu takes my number 10 pick. That frontal profile is just, oh, yeah. Yep, it looks good. It looked good as hell. Now, let's move on to number 9. Now, I almost didn't put any British ships in here, but I had to at least think of something, because I know there's a lot of Brits out there. I don't want to piss them off. They might try to come over again and reestablish the 13 colonies.
I will be very frank with you. I was the last to consent to separation.
Yeah, the British. Most of their ships are boxy and ugly. That's the one problem. Like, even their DDs. I mean, that superstructure. Nope. And their turrets are all boxy as fuck. They're just, and look at their town class light cruisers. They're the most ugliest looking fuck. They look like seaborne UPS packages. Like, these things are ugly. If a box truck was on the ocean, that's the British Royal Navy for you in World War II. They're just boxed boats. Most of them are ugly as fuck. But what I do like the look of are the King George class battleships. Now, there are some boxiness action going, but it fits it really nicely. I quite like the look of the King Georges. They look beautiful. I don't know why I do, but I just love them. They look fantastic, mainly to that wooden deck. I love wooden decks.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That sounds pretty bad, but I love wooden decks on ships. It looks great. It's still got that old, classy, like, fucking 1800s look to it because of that wooden deck. I love wooden decks. Not to get confused with wooden dicks.
What?
Yeah, they look really nice. And King George here, beautiful, just perfect. This one's a really well put together design, I will say. I do quite like the look of them. And also the back is not squared. See, the problem I have with like the tier 7, for example, is on the Vanguard, it's just squared as fuck in the back. That just ruins it. I hate when the British decided to put on like the square stern.
You are disgusting!
Nope, see, King George from the front, but it's a flat ass in the back. It's just ugly. But same thing with Vanguard here. It's just, oh my gosh, look at all that freeboard, dude. It's just, like I said, they for some reason the British had a tendency to build these things like fucking UPS packages. Like, again, from the front, Vanguard looks absolutely beautiful. The way that deck comes up and everything, and then you just turn it around to look at the ass of the ship.
Defecate on me, Dolores! Hover above me and let it rip! Ah!
And it's perfect for penetrations. It takes all sorts of pens. And, yeah, I don't know. I do like the look of Vanguard. Honestly, maybe a little bit more so than the King George. But that square stern just looks weird. And I never really liked that about the British. But, yeah, I will say all the other ones, though, Nelson, not a big fan of the look on the Nelson. Nelson's ugly. I don't care what anybody says. This thing has more freeboard than, again, like a UPS truck, okay? I never really too much cared for the look of the Nelson. It's just so flat, and it just, man, they might as well have just made it a box, a rectangle, because that's how long and just gigantuan this thing is. And it really has no curves or nothing. It's just a flat fucking box of a boat. It just screams brick, you know? That's the problem I have with Nelson. Same thing goes, though, with the Duke of York. Duke of York is the other King George class battleship. It's just, it looks good. It's beautiful. Again, and the hull is perfectly laid out. Yes, it has a bit more flatness to it, but I mean, that frontal profile, man, is just beautiful. That is a perfectly well put together battleship, and I think the King George class battleships are the best British battleships ever made, straight up. King George, actually, they also had service history, and they actually did things in World War II. Then you take a look at the Vanguard. Vanguard was made after World War II, and then it really didn't do fuck all except transport people around, and then it ended up not being really used. So yeah, Duke of Yorks, they're probably my favorite looking British battleships. I really do like the look of them. Honestly, again, I'm being a little bit harsh, but I do like the look of also the Vanguard. It's just, if literally the Vanguard didn't have that squared stern, it would honestly probably take this pick, like this number 9 pick. But it looks really good. Like, I love that frontal profile. It's got a big nose, but I mean, that's a really nicely put together battleship from this kind of angle. It looks beautiful. I will not lie. But then you just...
I'm sorry I let you die, Dolores. Can you at least take a dump on me, please? Oh, you can? Thank you.
You look back here, and it's just like you got this big fucking doohickey here with this AA gun in the way, and then it just, yeah, yikes. But no, it looks all right though from the front. But yeah, Number 9, King George, Duke of York. There's some decent looking British battleships, but they're far in between. And yeah, there you go. So let's move on now to number 8. Number 8 is actually a low tier, and it is none other than the Kongo. Now, technically, the Kongo is a British design, so you can maybe say, oh, well, it's actually a British ship. Yeah, you'd be kind of right. But yeah, the Kongo is, oh, this thing is so sexy, man. I love it. I mean, that pagoda, I love the little triangular pagoda superstructures that the Japanese had, dude. It's just beautiful. It is so sexy, and especially with this golden wheat camo. Oh my goodness, man. It is honestly the best looking like ship in the game. Maybe. Like for like tier 4. It just, there's some obviously sexier ones, but this thing looks beautiful. Now let's take off the camo just so you guys can like get an idea of what it looks like with a regular camo. It still look good, man. Like this thing is sexy. I've always liked the look of Japanese battleships in general. Like, maybe not Fuso, but the ones with the triangular sort of superstructure, I love it. For example, Nagato is kind of like the same way. The Japanese kind of copied the Kongo and just made it bigger and bulkier and badder and stronger with the 16-inch guns. Same sort of deal, right? It kind of resembles the Kongo with that same sort of pagoda-ish triangular it just perfectly comes up as like a perfect like triangle. You know what I mean? Like a Christmas tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Just looks perfect. It's a perfect fucking design. And it looks beautiful. I love the look of these battleships. And yeah, again, no squared off fucking stern. There's not a lot of like deck either. Like, it's not super extended. It's just perfectly symmetrical. It looks beautiful. The turrets are in perfect spots. It's just a perfectly well-designed ship. And yeah, same thing again with Nagato and all that. They just look fan-fucking-tastic. I do really quite like the look of these Kongo class and Nagato class battleships. Mainly the ones after. There's some like pre-World War II versions that look ugly, but yeah, Kongo number 8. Honestly, it's kind of tied with like Nagato. They're kind of like the same design-ish. They got that same sort of turret layout, the 4 on the front, 4 guns in the back sort of deal. They just look great, and they're perfectly put together. I think the British designed the Kongo, and then the Japanese kind of took after that with the Nagatos, but yeah, they look good. That's why they're number 8. Let's move on now to number 7. This one being a tier 7, and it's none other than the Bismarck. Fucking man. Oh, with this camo, it looks even sicker. But look at that. It's just beautiful, man. The Germans. It may not have been the most combat effective ship in the world, because if it was, it would have definitely sunk more shit. But man, it was sexy. I mean, the Bismarck is just absolutely beautiful. I will say that about these German battleships, Tirpitz and Bismarck. There's even another one coming up here soon that's even higher up on this list because of how sexy it is. But man, that is just absolute beautifulness. Everything about it. And you know, the one of my favorite things about any ship is that Atlantic bow. That is beautiful. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just look at the very nose, that perfect like curve, man. Oh my goodness. And the deck comes right up perfectly. It's no squares, nothing ugly about this ship. It is absolutely stunning. Perfectly designed. Looks beautiful. I say perfectly because it's not like Bismarck's own fucking fire directors got knocked out because of the vibrations from the gun firing.
Skill issue. Skill issue. Skill issue.
Maybe not perfectly like battle designed, but in terms of like looks, man, oh, the Germans knew how to make some sexy looking ships, and that frontal fucking profile is fucking absolutely perfect. That is textbook beautiness. That's beautiful. It's a shame it's only number 7 because I have some bias, so you know, it's a shame. But man, I do like the look of the Bismarck. It's sexy as hell. And yeah, same thing goes with Tirpitz. Cannot forget the Tirpitz. Tirpitz, same sort of deal, right? It looks beautiful, man. They made these ships look fucking great. I also have Tirpitz B, you know, the good old Black Friday ships, man, with this beautiful camo. That is stunning. That frontal profile is enough to put fear into your enemies right there. It's almost like that's what they were designed to do. But man, the Germans knew how to make some sexy looking ships, and they honestly knew how to make sexy looking everything. Their planes, their tanks. Germans made some really awesome stuff. It's just a shame that their leadership sucked so bad that they couldn't fully come through with their shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, just looks good, man. That's why it's number 7. Honestly, it could be higher up on the list. Some days it's number 3 or number 2. But again, I have bias, and there's some other picks coming up pretty shortly. Don't worry though, there's some more German ships in here. Like I put some other ones ahead of these, but yeah, they look good. So yeah, there you go. Bismarck / Tirpitz. They look good, man. They look good as hell. Moving on to number 6. This one being none other than the Alabama and the Massachusetts, baby. What can I say about these things? Well, they're sexy as hell. I love me my Alabama and my Massachusetts. In my opinion, I think maybe not as much as the Iowa, but just because of how much it pisses me off how in game they are. But in real life, I think the Iowas were the best. But in game, in terms of like, honestly, even in like real life, I think both in game and in real life. I personally believe that the Alabama and the Massachusetts, the South Dakotas are honestly, in terms of our engineering over here in America, I think these are the best battleships, the most perfectly designed battleships ever made. My problem with the Iowas is they're too long, and their stern extends way too much. They're just way too big and long. Too much so. However, that is not the case with the Alabama. They're perfectly designed. There's not too much nose action going on, and there's not too much stern action going on. We knew exactly how much superstructure we needed. We didn't do it too much on it. We perfectly positioned the turrets. Everything's perfectly positioned. Everything's perfectly symmetrical. My OCD isn't killing me when I look at this thing. It is perfect. Everything about it's perfect, right? Honestly, I'm probably going to insert that meme because this thing's just perfect. It's a perfectly designed battleship. And in-game, statistically speaking, this is my favorite battleship, I would say. Like Alabama and Massachusetts, they're the best American battleships in the game, straight up. Statistically speaking, these things are just everything you need a battleship to be. The South Dakotas have your back, man. Alabama's great for sniping. Massachusetts is way better for doing stuff with like brawling and secondary build and whatnot. And speaking of Massachusetts, here it is. I mean, just look at that. Perfectly designed. There's nothing really bad looking about these ships. And that frontal profile, man, it's beautiful. I love it. Perfectly fucking designed battleship. Now, maybe it's not as sexy as, like, maybe from a frontal look, maybe not as sexy as, like, per se the Bismarck. Honestly, I think the Bismarck and whatnot, they look better from the front. But from this profile, man, oh, I love me my South Dakota class battleships. They're beautiful. And honestly, they perform so well. I love playing them. The guns are great. Secondaries, the torpedo protection on there, you can even see it kind of sticking out a little bit. And it's not overly sticking out, you know what I mean? It's just put there perfectly. Everything about it's just perfect, man. It's perfectly designed. And that's why it's my number 6 pick. Alabama, Massachusetts, man. I love these battleships. They're awesome. And yeah, there you go. Moving on now to number 5. This one's none other than the Atlanta-class cruisers, man. Oh my goodness. Where do I begin with these things? Now, obviously, I got my little summer camo on, but if I take that off, put on my normal camo, these, in my opinion, are the most perfectly designed cruisers ever put to sea. They are absolutely beautiful. And they did things in real life, and they did exactly what they were designed to do. Shoot down loads of planes and be destroyer escorts. They did all that pretty well. Actually, I think Atlanta, though, unfortunately sunk due to friendly fire. And Admiral Norman Scott was actually on the bridge of this ship when that happened, and he got killed by friendly fire. That's one hell of a way to go out. But, man, the Atlantas, you just look at them, they're perfect, man. They're perfectly designed. The turrets are perfectly placed, and enough said. I mean, they're perfectly skinny, no armor, best armor type strategy when, you know... I would say in real life, but they didn't care about that. It's mainly in game, that's like a strategy in game. No armor, best armor. These things are lightly armored, so you never take citadels almost. But man, the Atlantas are sexy as hell. I love them. Same thing goes with the example, the Atlanta B. Just beautiful. Beautiful. These cruisers are stunning. Especially from that profile, man. I mean, who else could design that? You know, it's just, they look great. Straight up. I love me my Atlanta class cruisers. And we also have the Flint, for example, named after the great city of Flint, Michigan. Not so great anymore, but it used to be. Back when it was still the one of the car manufacturing cities. Now it just doesn't do fuck all. But yeah, Flint, amazing. I love this white camo too. Just looks nice. And I love my Atlantas. I do. They look great. I don't think they're the best looking cruisers in the game. That's why I got some other ones up here coming up very shortly, like right about now. But yeah, Atlantas, they look great. I love them. Again, perfectly designed. The bows look nice. I love how the deck completely comes up, and it's just, man, they look great. They just look great. Yeah, I said another cruiser coming up. It's none other than the Prinz Eugen. And the Hipper, of course, if you get the hull upgrade. But man, oh man. Honest, like, yeah, the Prinz Eugen, Just that front, see, the Germans knew how to make a perfectly looking frontal profile. It's like they had a guy in the front of the boat, like directing the crew or something. Man, I don't know what it is.
Every man for himself. Run while you can.
What in the hell is he doing? I got no clue at all, but damn, he's a lot faster than I thought he was. Ricky, come here. Come here. You can't be running across the job site. Come over here.
What do you want? What is it? I ain't got time for no bullshit. I'm in a hurry. What do you want?
I want to know why you're running. Why are you in such a hurry? Okay, what's going on?
Why am I in a hurry? Did you not see what just happened down at the gate? Okay, Roscoe went out there because somebody pulled up and wanted to get in. What? Well, whoever's out there, as soon as Roscoe walked up to him, he walked away, and as soon as he ran to the corner, Roscoe took off running. And I'll say a lot of things about the old man, but if that old sumbitch is scared, I'm scared. Okay? I mean, he's literally gonna die any day. Whatever's got him afraid has got me afraid. So I took off running.
I'm sure it's just an inspector or something. I hadn't heard of anybody important coming. Everything's probably just fine. Where is Roscoe? If he started running before you, where's he at?
He's like 107. I can obviously run faster than him, okay? He's behind me somewhere. I'm sure he'll catch up eventually. But until then, you've wasted enough of my time. I need to continue escaping from whoever the hell's out there. All right, so we good here? We good?
Well, you just knees to chest, buddy. Keep on going, I guess. Roscoe, come over here. We got to figure out what's going on. What's going on is I might have a stroke. And this job site is about to get shut down. All right? Okay, nothing's about to get shut down, all right? Who'd you see out the gate? Was it county inspector, city inspector? Who was it? An inspector. Son, you think I'm running from an inspector? I don't give a damn about an inspector. That is OSHA at that gate, and he's already let himself in. Oh, shit. It was OSHA? I mean, we're fine. We're fine. There's no reason to run off. There's no reason to run off, right, boss man? Yeah, I mean, you're a good safety man. I mean, as long as you've been doing your job, then I'm sure we'll be fine. Let him come through the gate, you know? Well, I mean, as long as all your employees are following the safety rules that I put forth and have signed all the safety sheets, then we have nothing to worry about. Right? All right, yeah, all we got to do is rely on Ricky and Roscoe and Pablo and everybody else to have adhered by all the safety rules, signed all the safety sheets, and not broken any OSHA regulations.
But that looks perfect. That is what a cruiser should look like. That's what any battleship or cruiser should look like from the front. Menacing. And Germans did that fucking perfectly. With their battleships, with their cruisers. Oh, I love the look of the Prinz Eugen. I think it's the best cruiser ever made in terms of style. It looks absolutely... Excuse me. It looks absolutely fantastic. The gray and everything, it just looks menacing. It's everything what a ship should look like. Prinz Eugen is sexy as hell. I love it. And I love this camouflage too, dude. It looks beautiful. And it was, I think, one of Germany's, I think it is their sexiest ship. I don't care what anybody says. Of course, the ones with the Atlantic bow. They have to have that Atlantic bow. I need all the modernizations. Because without it, it looks ugly as fuck. I will show you guys what I'm talking about. If I even have... Do I even have Hipper in my port? I thought I did. No way. Okay, maybe I won't show you what I'm talking about. I don't have it bought. Oh well. But, yeah. I mean, it just looked good, though. Okay? Just take my word for it. But no, it looks so good. I love that Atlantic bow. It comes up perfectly. And the guns, the placements, everything. Superstructure, it's just sexy as fuck. And yeah, that's why it's number 4. It just, in my opinion, greatest looking cruisers in the game. For sure. For sure, man. Also, honestly, an honorable mention real quick while we're on the topic of cruisers. I would say my favorite American cruiser overall in terms of looks is probably... I forgot to mention San Diego. That's another Atlanta class with this camo. Kind of crazy. America. But Rochester. I love the look of this thing. This thing is beautiful. It's another just very well designed ship. Perfectly designed. The turret placements are great. I love the look of my Rochester. Same thing with kind of Baltimore, but I like the look of Rochester more. It's more modern, and I love, again, that wooden deck. I love some wooden deck action, especially when they kind of split it up, put a little bit of steel deck, and then they do the rest with like wood, and oh, it's such a sexy looking ship. But yeah, Prince Eugen / Hipper, they're my number 4 pick in terms of sexiness. They just look great. And finally, we're getting into our top 3 here. And jumping right into it, for number 3, Scharnhorst and Gneisenau. Man, oh man. These things are absolutely just, they're beautiful. Oh my gosh. I mean, look at that. That is the perfectly, that's, looking at that from the front, just, oh my gosh. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. It is beautiful. That frontal profile is perfect. So good. America tried, but see, the problem with American ships from the front, their noses are either too big or too flat, or Germany just did it perfectly. That's beautiful. Oh my God. Everything about this, it's beautiful. It is so sexy. I love it. I don't really like exactly how the Scharnhorst and Gneisenau perform. I don't think they perform that great, but they're fucking awesome looking, and they're super strong in game. Obviously, they tank a lot of damage. Same thing goes with Bismarck and whatnot. But man, they're just they are perfectly designed, perfectly. I mean, I don't think there's anything they could have not done to make these things fucking sexier. Just beautiful. It is so good looking. And again, I have Gneisenau as well. I don't really like the 15-inch guns, but I mean, that is just, man. Germany knew how to design ships. They really did. Like, in terms of the hull and where everything was placed, it just looks really good. They knew how to make sexy looking shit. That is fucking for sure, man. Like, they knew what they were doing in that aspect. Their naval art department was insane, as we would say. But yeah, Scharnhorst and Gneisenau, man. I think they're the sexiest ships in the whole German fleet. They just look amazing. I love them. So there you go. I don't really love exactly how they perform, but I do love the look of them, and they're great. That's why they're number 3. They're so high up on the list. But they're not as good as the next 2 coming up. So yeah. Anyway, number 2. Number 2 is none other than the legendary tier Yamato. No, not America. There we go. Man, oh man. I mean, that frontal profile. Huh. Yeah, it's a little big. But man, Japan knew what the fuck they were doing when they were designing this fucking thing. See, Japanese people, they got small peepees, but they made up for it with big ships. They had the biggest guns, the biggest weight, everything. Japan said, okay, you know how us Americans, we make up with our, we make up for our small peepee size with our big trucks and everything and our big guns, right? That's us Americans. Japanese expressed that way with their ships. To make up for their small peepee sizes, they made giant, awesome, sexy, big-looking ships. That was how they made up for that. And man, they definitely achieved that. That is beautiful, though. All jokes aside, that is fucking what a ship should look like. A battleship should look like. That is perfect. Again, wooden decks. I love me some wooden deck action. That is beautiful. You got the huge fucking turrets. By the way, fun fact of those turrets is, not enough people mention this, by the way, but the turrets on the Yamato in real life were literally held in by weight. They were not bolted in or nothing. They were not welded in. There's nothing holding these turrets in except gravity. See, with other ships like our Iowa-class battleships and all that, let's say if the Iowas did a flip, if they flipped over, if they capsized, those turrets would just stay in place. But with the Yamato-class battleships, the turrets were so big that what would end up happening is the turrets would just literally slide out of the barbettes. They would literally slide out. So if the Yamato ended up capsizing, literally the turrets would fall out of the ship. That's how heavy these fucking turrets were. They didn't even bother fucking bolting them in. These turrets, I believe, weighed about the same as like 2 Fletcher-class destroyers. Or it might have been 1. But yeah, these fucking turrets were absolutely fucking huge. In case you guys don't know, a Fletcher class DD weighs like 10,000 tons. Or 9,000 tons, I believe. I could be wrong, but these fucking turrets were huge. They were so big that they didn't even bother fitting them into the ship. They just plopped them in there and let gravity do the work. And it did the work. It did it just fine. In the end, though, you obviously know what happened to Yamato. It got bombed by like 400 fucking planes because America doesn't fight equally. We fight to win.
Have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. I have seen him in the watchfires of 100 circling camps. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damps. I can read his righteous sentence by the dim and flaring lamps. His day is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. I have read a fiery gospel written in burnished rows of steel. As you deal with my contenders, so with you my grace shall deal. Let the hero born of woman crush the serpent with his heel. Since God is marching on, he has sounded forth the trumpet that shall never call retreat. He is sifting out the hearts of men before his judgment seat. Oh, be swift, my soul, to answer him. Be jubilant, my feet. Our God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, with the glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free. While God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
aside from how this ship performed, it really didn't do fuck all in real life. But man, it looked good. It looked good, and it's beautiful in game. It's sexy. And especially with the camouflages you can get, mainly the golden wheat camo. Oh, that is just absolutely beautiful, man. I love it. And I like playing Yamato too. Yamato's really good. It's accurate. It has some big ass guns, and yeah, Yamato, that's why it's number 2, man. That is just beautifulness. Beautiful looking battleship. And yeah. Now finally, for the moment you've all been waiting for, 30 minutes in, this one is none other than the Tier 7/Tier 8 American battleship, the Iowas. Now, I know I've given the Iowas a lot of hate in terms of their performance. I do not like how they perform in game at all, because they were the best battleships ever made. They should have the best guns in the game, but they don't. For some reason, Bismarck has better Sigma than the fucking Iowa. It's a fucking joke what they did to Iowas in this game. But nobody seems to really see eye to eye with me in terms of other content creators. But yeah, that's another topic. Anytime, I do a video talking about Iowa or anything, I have to mention that, dude. I hate how they perform in game. I just can't fucking stand it. But I love the look of them, man. These ships are, in my opinion, the best designed battleships ever. Not even in my opinion, they were. In real life, they were the literal best designed battleships ever. From the guns to the propulsion systems, to the firing directors, the radars, everything. They were so well designed. And they were so well designed that we used them not only just in World War II, we used them after World War II. We used them in the Korean War, we used them in Vietnam, we used them in the Gulf War. We used them all over the place, 50 years even after World War II, pretty much. And they're all museum ships now today. That's just how much we cherished these ships. We ended up putting missiles on these fucking things. We put Sea Whizzes on. We put some helicopters on the fucking back. These things did everything. They were the most, just the best battleships ever. And America finally figured out, too, what a battleship from the front should look like. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. That frontal profile is just fucking glorious. Straight up glorious, man. Yeah, Iowas, oh, they're just so good looking. I mean, perfect. The only pet peeve I have with the Iowa is the stern is a little bit too much extended. I don't like that. But it still just looks good every other way, though. I mean, I love it. The Iowas look so sexy. They're really cool to sail around in until you get bombarded by everybody, because this thing is longer than the fucking Golden Gate Bridge, so you fucking just get bombarded by everything, and the maneuverability is so bad, it's hard to not take hits. But man, you look damn good while you burn. This thing's sexy as fuck. I don't like that fucking rust there. That's why I'm gonna show you guys a ship that doesn't have it as bad. My favorite looking Iowa class battleship in game is none other than the Wisconsin. The Wisconsin is just a little bit more modern, and it's just so good looking, dude. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And that's why it's my #1 pick, man. I know I don't like Iowas in terms of their performance in game, and even the Wisconsin's got that wooden deck. Oh, you know I love the wooden deck action. But dude, man, we knew what we were doing towards the end of the war. When we designed the South Dakota class battleships, when we designed the Iowas, when we designed the Baltimores, we knew what the hell we were doing. We had some banger fucking designers, ship designers. And it worked, man. But yeah, Iowa, #1. The Iowa class battleships are my favorite looking battleships in the game. By far. They are just beautiful. I love them. I just don't love how they perform. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be today's video. I hope you all did enjoy it. And if you guys did, be sure to go down there and let me know in the comments below. There's a new voice feature I've been fucking around with, so I've actually been replying to comments with my voice. So I hope you guys, yeah, you might actually hear from me with my voice. But it's a thing. It's cool. YouTube's doing all sorts of fun shit. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.